Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/PettyRevenge. In today's episode, got fired for not complying with misogyny and it ended up in the store closing. Where's my dinner? Popular girl in HS got mad at me for telling her that she left her car's headlights on. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Got fired for not complying with misogyny and it ended up in the store closing. I worked at a very popular cell phone chain store in the mid-2000s. I was in college and had only been working at this place for a few weeks after leaving a long-term job at an electronics store. So it's maybe my 6th or 8th shift at this store. I'm part-time. I'm the only female. The manager comes up to me in the middle of the shift and tells me I need to do the dishes in the back. There was a little kitchen area where we could eat lunch and dishes were piling up on the sink from people who weren't cleaning them when using them. I responded that they were not my dishes. I didn't use dishes at work, and if I did I would have cleaned them when I was done. The manager tells me too bad. I have to do what he says. I need to go do the dishes. We proceed to get into a giant argument. I'm not your maid. I didn't get hired to clean up after lazy employees. I got hired to sell cell phones. After arguing for several minutes I tell him to get off. I'm not dealing with this sh*t. I walk out. The next night I was scheduled and the manager ended up working by himself. That night a riot happened at the mall. Stores were broken into and robbed. He was by himself, he couldn't get everything closed fast enough and the store ended up getting raided. He was fine, people weren't hurt. The store ended up closing a week later. I don't know if it wouldn't closed anyway, but I like to think my FCKU had a little part. My old job happily took me back and gave me a raise. Where's my dinner? One night I decided to cook a special dinner for my hubby. They were called paparilinas. They are these big balls of mashed potatoes. In the middle of them they have ground beef. You put them on a frying pan and you fry them all around like a big ball. They're quite delicious and it took me a while to make. I spent a couple of hours making it. I couldn't wait for my hubby to get home to surprise him with this special meal. When he got home, I presented it to him as he was walking in the door. He looked at them, snarled a bit, and said, "I hate mashed potatoes. That looks gross." He then went to the bedroom to go take a shower. As he was showering, I grabbed the plate of food that I made for him and I chucked it all into the trash. When he eventually got out of the shower and headed towards the kitchen, he asked, "Where's my dinner?" As a fork full of mashed potatoes and ground beef entered my mouth, I hit the Netflix button, and pointed to the trash can. He never *t on one of my dinners again. Popular girl in HS got mad at me for telling her that she left her car's headlights on. In my senior year of high school I generally arrive to school 20 to 30 minutes early and park in the same spot. My friend would park next to me and we'd chat before we had to go to class. A very pretty, popular girl often parked close to us. I'll call her Becky. Though we had plenty of friends, we never interacted with Becky, which was fine. The school had 2,000 plus students and she was part of a different crowd. One day Becky parked next to me and hurried off to class. After a minute I noticed that her car's headlights were still on. I mentioned it to my friend and after some discussion I said that I was going to go find and tell Becky about her headlights. My friend joked that I better not or my GF might get jealous. I walked into the school and saw Becky across the quad sitting next to her friends and reading a textbook. I approached and tried to get her attention, but she seemed determined to ignore me. Finally I said, "Hi Becky. I need." Becky cut me off, "I don't want to talk to you." Leave me alone. Creep. At this point all her friends had stopped talking and were staring at me. I felt uncomfortable, but I took a breath and said, "Sorry. I just noticed that you left your car headlights on and I thought that you should know." She scoffed at me, "What are you stalking me?" I said no and then quickly walked away. Over the next week I told everyone that parked near us what had happened and everyone agreed that Becky had been ridiculous. About a month later Becky left her lights on again. Instead of telling her, I went around to everyone else hanging out in their cars and convinced them that telling her wasn't worth the trouble. That afternoon after school ended, Becky was going from car to car asking if anyone had jumper cables to help her start her dead car. Though most of my friends kept jumper cables, we all politely declined to help her. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.